Please read the short blog alongside this video to get the full understanding and full benefit. In this video, I'll visually walk you through this template with an example. You'll find this template, a Word document, that you can download in the body of the blog post. I have a sincere belief that a lot of the tools and techniques that are commonly used in manufacturing environments can also be brilliant in management settings too, and we should utilise them a lot more. Today we're exploring 8D, 8 disciplines. I always do a lot of research on other blogs and posts out there to make sure that mine provides the best content. I also try to make sure that my content is as concise as possible. What I've found with 8D is that there are no worked up examples out there, and I think that makes it very hard to learn. So from now onwards, we're going to get into example mode. The 8 disciplines will help you to think things through in a logical and transparent way. The example I want to work through with you today is improving team innovation and productivity. This is very much management based and could be a very common thing for many of you to have to consider, e.g. for the private, public or charity sectors. You know instinctively that innovation is key to a happy and productive workforce, but maybe you've just read a paper on it and it shows huge economic benefits, and let's say that that's your trigger to act. I'm going to talk you through my 8D version template that you can download in the blog post. Let's start with 8D Discipline 1, Build the Right Team. So the first thing to make clear is that this is not a paper-based checklist exercise that you only do on your own sat at a desk. It's all about working as a holistic team with all the relevant people that know firsthand what the issues and problems are. Without this 8D review and nudge, there's a good chance that you might try to do this project with just one or two of you, and you might get complacent and fall short. First of all, think, are you doing this for your team, your department or your whole organisation? Logically, this will be quality work, and so it makes sense to utilise for the whole organisation. So your next thoughts are, we need representatives from all departments then. The key people need to be close to the workshop level work, and they have to want to be involved. That is, they must be inspired by this vision. Don't shortcut this step. Do your homework and invest in these conversations. Get the right people on board right at the start. So the key here is to think this through properly. Don't skim over this. Also plan well, keep your stakeholders well informed at every step of the way, and manage their expectations. 8D Discipline 2, Describe the problem. You will see from my heading that I have enhanced this to visualise. I believe that the description has to be so good that when you close your eyes after reading, you can actually picture it. Then you've cracked it. To get to this level of detail, you might need to walk the floor to get to the bottom of this, or run a 5W2H workshop. Or your stakeholders might just know for sure because they've got so much experience. In our example, who are the stakeholders that are suffering or that could benefit? What are the problems that teams face? Many teams are stuck in a culture whereby the same processes never change. Common themes are everyone's too busy to think, too busy to plan sessions, too busy to think of agendas properly in advance. Team members often feel like there's a lack of psychological safety and there isn't really the opportunity to share ideas and innovation. There's no real structure. Managers have had no training for meetings, let alone innovation sessions. Can you see the image starting to form? Sessions starting late, ending late, and this drives members crazy. There is frustration. I can picture morale is low, some members don't engage at all, some are blatantly on their emails during the session. The team members range from their 20s to 60s and represent all ethnicities, but the common theme is they all know that they can achieve more and they all want to achieve more, even if on the surface they seem disengaged or even disruptive. The vision is that these teams share common goals, they trust each other, they actively look out for one another and become superstars in terms of innovation and productivity. They can't wait to get out of bed in the morning to start work. Okay, for me, that's enough detail. I can close my eyes and see everything. Just detail as much as you need to get to this level of visualization. 8D Discipline 3, the short-term fix. This is all about mitigation. So is there anything that we can do right now before we do all the work that could be a quick and easy win? That's what Discipline 3 is all about. Use AOA to brainstorm this. One action that could be a quick fix here could be to put all key managers onto the time transformation course. It's easily affordable and would quickly enable key managers in the teams to save time and relieve pressure. There are elements in there too, particularly the meeting system that will help us with our innovation development too. We could research some YouTube videos on the topic to get key managers primed and interested about the up and coming project. Generally, we're looking for things that can be done very quickly and easily, and ideally prime your stakeholders for the positive up and coming change. 8D Discipline 4, determine the root causes. You might wish to utilise the 5 whys technique to help here. See our other blog post on this. And almost certainly AOA will be able to help the team in this process as well. For our example, the descriptions and visualisation really help to guide our root cause insights. Why are meetings so poorly managed? Start late, finish late, lack of engagement, not very productive. Why are our people disengaged and their morale so low? Why do we get so few innovative ideas? When you drill down, you get to root causes like our managers have never had any training. There's a lack of trust and psychological safety. People don't understand the objectives and goals. Communication is poor. People are time poor. People lack confidence, etc. Again, as a team, go into the level of detail that you need so that you believe you've fully grasped all the material elements. 8D Discipline 5, Hypothesis Solutions. You can see how easily this process flows. Each step feeds the next. I call these hypothesis solutions because I always want to keep in mind that let's test this. It should be good, but there's always the chance that we can make it even better. In this example, solutions to explore would be 1. The rollout of the time transformation techniques to reduce stress levels within the organisation. 2. Management training for both meetings and innovation skills. 3. Team coaching utilising the 5 dysfunctions of a team methodology. And 4. The introduction of improved communication techniques. In summary, introducing innovation, which in turn will drive innovation. 8D Discipline 6, implement new systems. Now comes the time to implement the hypothesis solutions. Start small and test to begin with. Learn before mass rollout. With regards to the time transformation course, you might have all the evidence you need from D3 to feel confident about an immediate full-scale rollout. The interesting element to this discipline for me is thinking through the controls. How can we tell if we're doing a good job? How can we tell if it's going wrong before it goes wrong? Think these things through for every proposed solution. For example, with regards to management training, are you going to do that with in-house trainers or external? In terms of controls, are you going to look at previous evidence of success? You could look at money-back guarantees. You could look to enforce in-session feedback. Please look to our FMEA post for more examples of controls and general support in this area. 8D Discipline 7, Audit and Consolidation. So this discipline is all about fully implementing your new systems, policies, approaches, and monitoring your controls to ensure that everything is running smoothly. For example, every manager now has a meetings system that all meetings must now follow. This is well documented, but it's still simple to follow. This will be applied to all meetings, not only innovation workshops. A control for the meeting system could be that the organisation has a centralised online feedback system and every staff member is expected to spend 60 seconds after each meeting to feedback on how successful it was and whether it followed the meeting system guidelines or not. That is just an example. Controls can come in many different forms and need to be designed to fit with your organisation and culture. I personally believe that the area of control is where we can usually add a lot of value. Because most people run out of energy at D5, controls and innovative ways to control and reduce risk often don't get the time and energy that they deserve. 8D Discipline 8, Celebrate with the team. This is often neglected. Say thank you, celebrate and appreciate the joy of working as a team. This is a powerful way to build your culture so that you'll never have a shortage of teammates for the next 8D.